Everyone, George the Disney Italiano with Abby, walking out of a dead, deserted city walk at Universal Studios Hollywood. We ended up staying to see How to Train Your Dragon live action. We ended up seeing it in real 3D, which we were not planning on to, but it's what they had, so we settled for it. And I have to say, they've been knocking it out of the park lately with these live action remakes this year.
Yes.
You know, first off with Lilo and Stitch with Disney, and now with DreamWorks with How to Train Your Dragon. Now, the difference is with Lilo and Stitch, there were some subtlety differences. With How to Train Your Dragon, it was basically beat for beat.
Yeah, the original animated turned into live action.
Yes, but what the beauty of that is, despite that being so, because normally you would say, you know, for a movie, why would you want it beat for beat? But the way the animated movie is, it was already made to be a live action.
Yeah.
It was destined to be a live action. The actors who are portraying the characters, spot on. I mean, you couldn't pick a perfect cast that fit these characters well, especially the actor who plays Hiccup.
Oh yeah.
Like, literally, it's Hiccup come to life. And also, too, I'm so glad that they got Gerard Butler to reprise his role.
Right?
I mean, that's like, you don't get that very often. And, of course, Toothless. I mean,
He is so adorable.
and just the way that they did it with the scope of the movie and the visual effects and the sound effects, everything was perfect. I can't wait to see them do part two and part three. They have to do all three. They can't stop there.
Yeah.
I said it for Lilo and Stitch. It was a 10 for 10 for me. I have to give How to Train Your Dragon 10 for 10 as well.
Me too. I felt like even if I knew what was going to happen from the animated, like, I still was a little scared that Hiccup was going to die.
I was just going to say, yeah, because when we're sitting in the theater, yeah, you do. You automatically know what's going to happen. But briefly, yeah.
Because it's
like
live action.
Yeah, and it's like, oh my gosh, are they going to get out of here? Are they going to make it? Are they going to survive? And it's like, wait a minute, I know the story. Of course they are. But it still gives you that feeling of how you were grabbing onto my arm, like out of thrill of suspense. Mm-hmm. You know, that was completely awesome. I know normally we do right out of the theater reaction, but they were working on something, and I didn't want to disturb them.
They were working on like some kind of little construction thing right outside the theater. So
yeah, so we didn't want to disturb them, so we thought while we're walking to the car, do a little walk and talk. Out of theater reaction to the How to Train Your Dragon live action. As I said, go see it in theaters, folks. You won't be disappointed. Whether you see it in 3D or not, it just happened to be, it was 3D, so that's just how we ended up seeing it.
Yeah.
But even if you don't, just go see it. We highly recommend it. And yeah, so again, How to Train Your Dragon live action, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Yes. So after all that's said and done, as I always say, in Disney Italiano fashion, stay safe, stay healthy, stay... Oh no, I did it again. It's all universal, baby.